Hello guys, this is Joana Saahirah with another video, this time around about sensuality, a very old and polemic subject associated with Egyptian dance. Why am I shooting this video right now? Well, for two main reasons. First of all, this is a theme that has always been on the table every time we talk about Egyptian dance, or what the mainstream audience likes to call belly dance. It's very polemic because our concept of sensuality is polemic and it's distorted. So the association between Egyptian dance and sensuality is a hot topic in itself, and one that deserves attention. It deserves clarification and education and expansion. Another reason, I just prepared a very exciting free training that will be offered at my new Joana Saahirah's online dance school, called My Top 3 Secrets to Unlock Your Sensuality in Dance and in Life. This is also, and this is the third reason to bring the subject up, but later about that. This is also about the first course I'm going to launch in the new school. It's connected with it, but I will tell you about that later, not now. Why is sensuality so connected with Egyptian dance? Okay, so that would deserve an whole course. Okay, I'm just gonna give you a few lights and a few hints on the subject. First of all, we can use any sort of dance, any style of dance to seduce. It doesn't need to be Egyptian dance. Okay, if I want to seduce with a flamenco piece, I will. If I want to seduce with tango, I will. It's the intention, the posture, the energy, the goal we put into the dance style that defines its sensual effect, let's say. But on another level, Egyptian dance is particularly sensual, not for the reasons people usually think of. It's not because you are showing a lot of skin. It's not because you are doing, what I call porno flick faces, It's not because you're showing your cleavage, or because you're showing a leg or a hand or whatever, It's because Egyptian dance, when properly practiced, is an art form that allows you to be free. And freedom is very sensual. It's an art form that allows you to enjoy yourself, enjoy your body, enjoy your emotions, enjoy the music, enjoy your breath, be happy and joyful in your own skin. And that's very sexy, that's very sensual, Although people associate Egyptian dance with scanty clothes and this exotic striptease to seduce someone, the truth is Egyptian dance is not meant to seduce a specific person. It's meant to give you, the dancer, pleasure. Now, as a performer, what I've noticed throughout the time is that when I'm enjoying myself, my audience enjoys through me. So it's like I work as a mirror. If the dancer is enjoying herself, the audience will enjoy through her enjoyment. It's not that I'm aiming at seducing or captivating someone in the audience. It's just that I'm enjoying the process. I'm enjoying the music. I'm enjoying the effect that music has on my body and my mind, and my heart, and my soul. And that juiciness, that presence, that intensity, that passion of being totally in the moment and enjoying everything this experience has to offer, that's very sensual. Yeah. So the first thing to have in mind is that Egyptian dance per se is whatever you want it to be. Whatever you make of it, it will become. Okay, so if you want to use it to seduce someone, use it to seduce someone. If you want to use it to express yourself, that's what you will do. Yeah? On another level, why sensuality is so important, okay? Sensuality is about, being alive. It's about this zest for life. It's about being able to do a certain movement, let's say if I'm dancing, and feel that movement from the inside out. feel the stretch, feel the contraction, feel my breath, feel the inhalation, the exhalation, feel the relaxation, feel the tension. Everything that happens when I'm dancing has a potential for pleasure, and sensuality is the practice, is the experience of that pleasure. Again, it's not about the other, it's not about doing something attractive to the other, it's about you enjoying yourself, which is in itself very attractive, very magnetic. In your life as well, sensuality is important, and I hope you will join us in the free training and then in the course that I'm going to launch this April at Joana Saahirah's online dance school, and you will understand this and you will apply this better. But why is sensuality so important also in your life? Because, you know, being the ability of enjoying whatever is happening with you at the moment, may that be a dance piece, a dance performance, or anything else. Sensuality is about being fully alive. It's about appreciating the small things, you know, it's about cultivating your senses, yeah, the touch, the taste, the smell. You know, it's about this somehow gratitude for all the little and big pleasures life has to offer you. On another level, sensuality is connected with sexuality, and that is another Pandora box. That's another polemic subject. I've addressed it here and there, not in depth, not yet, but it's something that needs to be addressed and needs to be talked about, because although sensuality is not only about sex, sex is part of sensuality, and sex is part of life, and it's part of this enjoyment of being alive. So when we talk about Egyptian dance, we are not talking about a sexual dance. We are talking about a sensual dance, because then again it allows you to enjoy yourself from a deep level, from a physical level, from an emotional, mental, spiritual level. It allows you to be free, free in your expression, free in the way you move. You know, there are no taboos in terms of the movements that you will do in Egyptian dance, although of course you can go the cheap way. And I've seen that lately, unfortunately, especially in Egypt, with dancers trying to capture attention and promotion and publicity by being cheap, acting cheap, you know, performing movements that are not into the Oriental dance, are not into the Egyptian dance realm, but movements that they know will be provocative and considered pornographic, to call attention to them. This is very sad. First, for the dancers, no, for the people who do this, it's very sad, because it speaks about their lack of dignity and their lack of self-respect. But it also speaks about the way this dance or any other dance can be distorted, and from sensual being turned into something pornographic. And I know the boundaries are very thin, you know, what divides sensuality from sexuality? What divides sexuality from pornography? What divides, you know, it's very hard to say, but I think that everything that is natural and everything that comes from a place of love and heart is usually sensual, and everything that comes from a place of desperately wanting to please and desperately wanting to cause controversy will usually go into the pornographic side. Okay, so for now, what I want you to consider is, what does sensuality mean to you? Because this is another point most of us don't even consider. I mean, what is your definition of sensuality? How do you see it? Is it something positive or negative? Because that will affect the way you dance, it will affect the way you move, it will affect the way you experience this pleasure, you know? Do you associate pleasure with guilt? Do you associate pleasure with shame? What kind of messages you received when you were growing up about sensuality and sexuality and pleasure? That is the first question you have to make. And then how can you apply it to your dance in a natural, healthy, beautiful way that aims to please you and not others? You know, in a way that it dignifies the dance, it enhances the dance, it makes it more alive instead of putting it down, right? And then more important than applying it to your dance is applying it to your life. So how do you apply sensuality to your life? How does that play in your daily life? How can you make your existence a little bit more sensual and therefore more juicy, more tasty? How can you do that? These are questions I'm leaving here in the air for you. Make sure you subscribe to Joana Saahirah's World newsletter. Know how you can subscribe in the box below this video. Subscribe to the channel, of course. And I hope to see you somewhere around the world or at our new Joana Saahirah's online dance school. We have a lot to share there about sensuality, authentic Egyptian dance, and so much more. For now, I'm leaving you with a big